Go.
Remember, if you ever need a helping hand, it's at the end of your arm. As you get older, you remember that you have one hand, or two hands. You have the first to help yourself, and then the second is to help others. That's Audrey Hepburn's favorite poem. She's overcome a lot throughout her life. She survived a difficult childhood through World War II. She became a model and an actress, and became famous, and later became a charity worker. And the end of her life was very hard, and she was trying to be the best at everything. And she had a trying childhood, accomplished modeling and acting, and was a very good charity worker. She was born in Brussels, Belgium, May 4th, 1929. After her parents' divorce, she went off to a girls' school. After World War II, she got a ballet scholarship and went to London. And she did modeling assignments there. She also started taking acting classes after Felix Almers in the early 50s. She started doing small parts in British movies, and that's through the Women's International Center. In her youth, she spent time in England at a boarding school. She danced in groups to collect money for the underground movement, and that was from Alexander Walker. And he wrote her real story. Food was scarce, and she began to have health issues, and she started eating tulip bulbs. And that also came from the Women's International Center. She was on vacation with her mother in Holland. World War II broke out, and she spent the war years in a Nazi-occupied town, attending local public schools and receiving ballet training at the Armin Conservatory. She moved to London to act, appearing in a commercial for the KLM Airlines at the age of 17. Then she went on to do Roman Holiday in 1952, and she became a Hollywood star from that. She won the Best Actress Oscar Award, says Nellie Salisbury, and she wrote The Life of Audrey Hepburn. In 1948, in London, she got to debut in the High Button Shoes Court as a chorus girl. Then she also did a small role in the movie Gigi. She got the Best Award for the Best Debut Performance in the Theater World. And she was the first person in New York, her first performance in New York City was Gigi. And after that, she got a lasting audience all over the globe, according to Alexander Walker. Dr. William Wyler thought she was perfect for Roman Holiday. In 1994, she was award-worthy performance in Sabrina. She was nominated for an Academy Award, according to Alexander Walker. In 1954, Audrey Hepburn married Mel Ferrer and went on to make The War of Peace with her husband. A play, Breakfast in Tiffany's, in 1961 she did. That was her most demanding role. That's where this picture is from. This is her Breakfast at Tiffany's picture. It was one of her most popular films, according to Tawan Pettinger. She was an American icon after her movie My Fair Lady in 1964. After she had 2 miscarriages, she finally had a baby boy named Sean in 1960. She divorced Mel in 1967. And in 1969, she married again to Dr. Andre Dottie. In 1970, she gave birth to her second son, Luca, and ended that marriage with Dottie. In 1980, she met Dutch actor Robert Walters, with whom she remained with for the rest of her life, according to Nellie Salisbury. And then she got the news that she had appendicitis cancer. That's appendix cancer. And she got that. And then she became to be an appointed and special ambassador and actively involved in UNICEF, which is a charity that helps improve children's conditions around the world. And she also made more than 50 field research trips to the UNICEF. And that was let to be her first-hand witness to droughted areas and war-torn living conditions for children. Swiss Info says the actress and humanitarian worker Audrey Hepburn was known for her fame and her elegance, charm, kindness, and spent the last 30 years of her life in a village near look insane. She went on trips to the UNICEF for the last 5 years of her life. Robert and the two sons founded the Audrey Hepburn Fund. Donations were sent to Africa for children's school programs. In Switzerland, she found peace and raised her children away from the Hollywood glare. On November 2nd, at the age of 63, she died of the cancer after they had found it after surgeries. She had numerous surgeries and found out that it had spread and became terminal. And she didn't want anybody to see her suffer, according to Barry Paris. She didn't live to receive the Humanitarian Academy Award, but she was nominated for it. And before she passed, she wrote a farewell letter to her sons with her favorite poem in it. Audrey Hepburn overcame a trying childhood to become an accomplished model and actress and charity worker. Difficulty living through World War II, dangers that occupied in Europe, and started out as a model and actress. Multiple Academy Awards. She married 3 times, had 2 sons, and became a charity worker for UNICEF, especially in the last few years of her life she spent with UNICEF. Described as a charming, caring, kind person, after she had cancer and tried to do the best of all things, she never wanted to see anybody suffer, and her 2 sons and her husband carried on her children's fund.